Back from the beach, and this video is all showcase, baby. I'm going to be unboxing and giving you my first reaction of these two bad boys, G.I. Joe Classified Duke and Roadblock. I'm going to be showing you a bunch of WWE Elite figures that I picked up that are now out of package. I'm going to be showing you some Transformers Siege and Earthrise figures and Studio Series figures that are out of package right now. And I'm also going to show you a Star Wars vehicle, some Iron Studio statues, and cherry on top, some Hot Toys figures. 3 Hot Toys figures to be exact. Let's do it, baby. I'm going to start with Roadblock first. Out of the package. Here we go. I'm so freaking excited. Oh, there we go. New figure. I'm just going to take a look at this guy up close. So here he is. Hopefully the lighting's okay. I'm using a little ring light here. And there he is. There's Roadblock. Absolutely love the green vest. This really brings me back to that second version of Roadblock. But he does look pretty awesome. And we do have some double jointed elbows. So look at that. Elbow bend right there. Nice articulate. Does he have butterfly joints? Love that. Absolutely love the butterfly joints. Good range in the neck. And he does have a separate joint for the head. So he can look up and kind of look down. The vest gets in the way from looking down. The gold that I thought was going to really bother me does not bother me once I have it out of package. Honestly, my eyes are drawn to the green vest more so than the gold in the knee pad and the shin guards. But he looks freaking cool. He can, look at that. He can Van Damme it. Full Van Damme. He can do a little Rockets kick. He does have thigh cut. Double jointed knees. He has a freaking calf cut. He's got ankle rocker, broken ankle syndrome. Look at that. Look at that. Bend in the ankle. Not much up because of the shin guard, but man, these are good. These are good. This, not as cool, I will say. Not really digging the railgun, but if you want to see it, there's the railgun. There's what it looks like. Colorful, crazy looking railgun. That's a cool knife. Nice little silver knife. I will probably be buying either some guns from the Valiverse, because they're doing gun packs with his Kickstarter, or some Marauder guns and outfitting these guys with those. So there's the Roadblock. I like it. I like it a lot. Very much so. I love the fact that it has butterfly joints. I have not watched any kind of reviews up to this point, so everything you're seeing, everything I'm reacting to is like my first reaction to these things. And the only one I've had in hand is the Snake Eyes, but once again, there's the railgun. It does come with like this, I guess, magazine battery, since it's shooting like pulses of energy, but that's what it looks like. Probably not going to use it, but the Roadblock itself, very cool. Let's see if he holds the knife. He does hold the knife. Look at that. Nice little grip on that knife. Awesome. Very awesome. I like it. I am very excited for the figures that are coming out in this line. I pre-ordered a bunch of them that they recently showed. Pre-ordered the Gung Ho. Pre-ordered. I have Destro and Snake Eyes on pre-order. If I find them in the wild, though, before my pre-order fulfills at Big Bad, I will definitely buy them in the wild so I can pick out the best paint job. But I have Duke out of package right now. I'm just taking accessories out. Here's how he looks. Out of package. I love the backpack. That's such a throwback to the original Duke. I think this is the one that I was most excited for besides Destro. I know that there are various opinions out there on the G.I. Joe Classified figures. I know that there are long-term collectors of G.I. Joe that despise this wave, this line entirely. I am a long-term collector of G.I. Joe. I've been collecting since I was a kid, since the early 80s. I collect, obviously, the 25th, if you've watched any of my videos. I collect the hell out of those. 25th, 30th, 50th, con, club. So I'm a big G.I. Joe fan. And I gotta say, I'm not just being a fanboy right now. I gotta say, once I have these in hand, I like these. I like them a lot. Especially this Duke. This Duke is awesome. I just gotta say, very, very awesome. Let me show you his accessories. So he does come with this rifle right here. A little bit of gold to the rifle. Doesn't bother me as much. I don't really like the blue there. That kind of takes it away from me. But again, there's gun options out there. Marauders, Valiverse. There's the pistol. He comes with this. I'm not sure what that is. Cantina or a radio? I'm not sure. Looks like more of a radio, I guess. And then I love the backpack. There's the backpack. Shovel on it. Duke was always one of my absolute favorite toys. Not just G.I. Joe toys, but just toys in general as a kid. I loved my Duke figure. So having this in hand, he's got the ab crunch there. He's got the waist articulation. He's got Van Damme action. He's got thigh cut, double jointed knees. He's got boot cut, ankle rocker. I mean, this is an awesome figure. My first impressions of this figure, this is an A. My genuine thoughts and opinions of this figure that I paid my own money for as a lifetime G.I. Joe collector is this is an A. So, well done, Hasbro. I'm really excited for this line. This figure has me more excited for the classified line more so than the Snake Eyes figure. I think that says a lot right there. So, there's Duke right there. Freaking awesome. Absolutely. I just have to give him a round of applause there. I just love that figure. All right, so this is a showcase. This is not a review. So I'm basically going to go through the WWE Elite figures that you saw in my last video. Most of them. There's a couple that I did not unbox yet. The AJ Styles I did not unbox. The Andrade I did not unbox yet. But most of the figures that are going to go in my Attitude era and Ruthless Aggression era collection, I unboxed. I'm not going to do a full review. This is just basically showcasing them. So I'm going to start with right here. This is the Ringside Collectibles exclusive 2-pack, Matt and Jeff Hardy, the Hardy Boys. This is kind of like their first appearance, Hardy Boys. That's why Matt has his hair all in his face. But this is such a great 2-pack. I love this 2-pack. Look at Jeff. I got the Bret Hart right there. I have the jacket on, and you can display him without the jacket, with just the singlet on. They have alternate arms that you can display him with, but he has like double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. There's just a ton of articulation in this Bret Hart figure. He looks great. All right, this is the 3-pack. This is the Milkamania 3-pack with their Steph. It's a great looking Steph right there. And then you got Stone Cold in his WCW shirt, which I really want that shirt again. And then you got Kurt Angle doing the double fist in milk. I loved this moment. I watched this live when it happened. That's how long I've been watching wrestling and just been a huge fan of wrestling. But I watched this live when it happened. I thought it was cool. I actually watched the Stone Cold moment when he came in with the beer truck, because that was basically what this was based on. Is Stone Cold came in with the beer truck, Kurt Angle came in with the milk truck, and they hosed down the people in the ring. So very, very cool there. All right, and then some figures that are going to go in the Ruthless Aggression era shelf. Here is Matt Hardy V1 version 1 ECW title. Very, very cool. There's his head sculpt there. And then here's Lita. Look at how great that Lita looks. She's going to go right next to Rated R Superstar Edge in my Ruthless Aggression shelf. But this is a great looking Lita. This is the Royal Rumble Lita. I think this is a Target exclusive. But look at that face sculpt. That's a great looking Lita face sculpt right there. So I got those two. And then last but not least, this is when NWO came back to the and he just dropped his freaking cinder blocks and they just broke in half. Anyway, there's Scott Hall. Here, let me see if I can. There's half of his cinder block. He dropped it and it broke in half, but it's supposed to do that. Anyway, this is when they came back to the WWF. And it was basically like Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Hulk Hogan, and they were like attacking The Rock and stuff like that. So collecting these figures brings back a lot of memories, a lot of fond memories of the WWF, WWE. I've been into this programming for so long. I know a lot of people are like, You know, WWF is done. I'm with AEW now. I love all wrestling. So I love AEW. I love Ring of Honor, New Japan, even Impact Wrestling. I love WWE. I love NXT. I love it all. And a lot of great memories watching television and WWF programming. So there's Scott Hall. There's NWO on his vest. He's got the little toothpick in his mouth, if you could see it. But those are the wrestling figures, guys. Those are the wrestling figures. I'm going to show you a random Star Wars purchase right now. So this right here, this is when I went to DVT, Dallas Vintage Toys, if you're not local and you don't recognize that acronym. Dallas Vintage Toys, one of my favorite stores in the Dallas area. I went there because I was dropping my mom off at her doctor. I had some time to kill, so I went to DVT. Of course, I didn't leave empty-handed because I got this right here. This is Darth Vader's TIE Advanced TIE Fighter. But I have a vintage collection Vader inside. You can see he's piloting the TIE. Looking awesome. And then this is from Saga Collection, so it does have a little trigger action, and then these guns come out. And then it also has these missiles, these little green missiles that you can launch right there. But I just love the look of this TIE. I love how long the wings are. I love the trench run. That's my favorite part of Star Wars, the original Star Wars, is the trench run. So awesome. But there you go. Darth Vader's Advanced TIE right there. Saga Collection. I found the other half of the cinder block there. Moving on to Transformers. I'm going to show you the Studio Series figures first. So I have a couple Studio Series figures. One of these I had taken a pass on. I'm glad I went back for it and got it again. And that one right there is the Bumblebee from Bumblebee movie. And this is when he first arrived on Earth. He was in the Jeep form. And he actually was very scared, confused. What the hell's going on? Why are these dudes attacking me? And then friggin' Blitzwing shows up and he's got to fight Blitzwing. But I just love this figure. Now that I look at it, I'm so happy that I bought this. I really, really love this Bumblebee. This might actually be my favorite Bumblebee Studio Series figure. The more I look at it, it's just awesome looking. And he's very small, but this is how he looks next to Scrapper. This is Scrapper, one of the Constructicons from Revenge of the Fallen. This will form part of Devastator once I have more of the Constructicons, or once I have all 8 of the Constructicons, but he looks fantastic. And I love the head, the face, that insect-looking face on Scrapper. Just very, very cool. And he had a lot of screen time. He had screen time at the Laurentian Abyss when they revived Megatron. He had screen time at the end when he formed Devastator. And also, he was one of the ones that, it was a Constructicon clone that was kind of attacking the Nest forces and the Autobots in the desert there. So it was like him, Longhaul, and Mixmaster. So very, very awesome right there. And then we got some Siege and Earthrise. This is the one that is kind of a mix between Siege and Earthrise because it was made for both series. But this is Astro Train, looking fantastic. And he comes with this gun right here. All of the pictures I've seen, he holds it like a regular gun. But that looks like a Gatling gun to me. So, of course, I have him holding it like that. And I think it looks pretty damn cool. Astro Train holding that Gatling gun. And then he's got this regular gun here too. But that's a badass Astro Train, I gotta say. He does come with, I like to think of this as like his little rolling armored arsenal, because you can put like his extra guns and stuff on here, they peg in. And then you can also take a couple parts of this off and put it on his feet and make them even bigger, like kind of make them taller. But I just have it like that, where it's just kind of like it rolls along with him and he's got his extra guns, kind of like a little armory. Here is Siege War for Cybertron Thundercracker. I am getting the 2-pack from Earthrise, the Thundercracker and Skywarp. I'm really excited about that because honestly, I don't think I've ever owned a Skywarp figure. I've never had a Skywarp. And I love the color scheme of Skywarp, the black and purple. So I'm really looking forward to the Thundercracker and Skywarp. Earthrise, I already have Starscream. Here's the difference. Here's how they look. This is the Siege, so Cybertronian Tetrajet look. And then here's the Jet from Earthrise. So you could see kind of the difference in their alt modes, or in their bot modes. All right, second to last Transformer here is Impactor, former leader of the Wreckers. If you read the IDW comic series, he's a badass, and I have plans to display him with Ultra Magnus and Springer. And I think I'm going to pick up the Chromia too. I think she would be a good addition to like a Cybertronian Autobot shelf. Love the colors. Looks great. Love the cannon on the shoulder. Badass. But there you go. I wanted to do this because I never kind of transform anything on camera. But this is not going to be a full transformation. I just want to show you the camera mode. When you buy 3 of these reflectors, here's reflector by the way, comes with this gun here, comes with this shield. I'm going to take these off because I'm going to show you these in just a second. But you take off the shield, that forms something else. You take off the gun, that forms something else. You have reflector here. So here's reflect. First of all, this is a great, excellent interpretation version of Reflector from the cartoon. I frickin' always loved Reflector. I thought he was so cool. But this is just a great version. And what you can do in the cartoon, one of them had like the little camera kind of lens thing in the belly. And then the others, what you can do is if you have 3 of them, just take it off and then you have the other 2. Because they didn't have that little circular part in their stomach. But I'm going to show you something here. So I already transformed these other 2 reflectors into their parts of the camera. So I'm going to show you how this thing transforms. So we're going to start by turning his head backwards. We're going to flip it down. We're going to take the arms, put them back like this. Swivel the arms like that. Fold in the hands. You can see why I don't do transformation videos because I'm kind of sloppy right now. Kind of sloppy. Fold in the other fist like that. There's a double joint on the elbow. And then you fold it in like that. So that's how the arms should look, all folded up like that. Heads folded in. And then you swivel the entire bottom torso like that. And then you swivel the legs. You fold out these little things here. And then these legs basically fold into those arms right there. You can see that? And then you fold the other one right into that arm right there. Through the magic of editing, I now have it all folded up like it should be. And then there's tabs right there, you can see. And then you just basically tab it all in. And there you go. So there's one of the components. You take the other components here. You basically tab them together. There's a little hole right there. And then there's a port right there. So port it in. Squeeze together. Bam! A little clicking action. And then you do the same over here. Port, click. Right there. So there's what it looks like right now. And then you can flip one of these feet up to make like a little flash bulb right there. And then remember these shields? So you take all the shields and you basically put them together like that. They just tab into place. I have it all tabbed together. So there's that. And then remember the guns? Well, these actually tab together. There's a little hole right there, and then there's a tab right there. You can see it, they tab together there. And then you get all 3 of these rifles that come with the 3 reflectors. And you, my friends, have a frickin' tripod. You take one of these little circle pieces from the reflector, you pop it in the bottom in that center hole there, and then you take this tripod, and there's little tabs in the tripod. There's 3 tabs there. And look at that! There's a little tripod. Let me get it right. This is so cool. And then you take this right here. This part is the trickiest part in assembling camera mode because there's a little tiny slot right in there and a little tiny slot right in there, and it fits 2 pegs. But there we go. I'll put this little button piece here, put 2 of the feet up. There's the flash, and there is my camera. Look at that. That is so cool. But there is the camera mode if you have 3 of the reflector figures. Very, 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 very awesome. But there's reflector. Alright, it's time to show you the Iron Studio statue. So if you saw my last video, you did see that I got some Dungeons & Dragons Iron Studio statues. I got 4 of them. I still need a few more. But let me show you how I have them displayed. Alright, so for those that are not aware, these Iron Studios Dungeons & Dragons statues, you can pose them by themselves, but you can actually put them all together and create one big diorama. So I have 4 of the figures right now, or 4 of the statues right now, And let me show you them one by one. Here is Eric, the Cavalier. Pretty awesome looking. And then you've got Sheila, the Thief. Oh, Sheila. She comes with that spear and a little shield. Those are kind of like loose, so you can put them wherever you want on the display. And then here's my favorite character, Hank, the Ranger. Look at that. That is badass right there. So cool. So very cool. He comes with a pretty big base since he's at the top of those stairs there. And then you've got Diana, the Acrobat. The bow staff. They made that look like liquid. That's pretty awesome right there. So once I get Bobby and Uni, it will go right there, and then Presto goes there, and then Dungeon Master goes there. So once I get those three, I'll have the full collection of Dungeons & Dragons Iron Studio statues. I absolutely love these. I think they look amazing. Really, really brings back so many memories of the cartoon, Saturday morning cartoon, that I used to love as a kid. But there you go. This is my first dive into Iron Studio statues. I'm not sure what other ones I'll be picking up, but I do gotta say, I really, really like these a lot. Alright, it's time for the Hot Toys, and I'm going to show you two of these Hot Toys that I picked up already in the display there. So let's go take a look at Hoth Leia and Rey from The Last Jedi. Alright, here are two of my Detolfs, and I have Hoth Leia on a shelf with Bespin Leia. So there you go. There's two of the ways we saw Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia in Empire Strikes Back, my favorite movie of all time. By far my favorite Star Wars movie, but there she is. Great, great likeness. Princess Leia, Hoth outfit. Thank you once again to Kyle for making these available to me for purchase. Pick these up from Kyle, Slapshot Toys. But there is Hoth Leia looking great. Absolutely great. And then here's the other figure that I picked up from Kyle. And this is Rey from The Last Jedi, and I have her on a shelf with Luke. Octo Luke. So he's training her right there. Got some porgs down by their feet. Here's the two porgs that come with this Rey. Luke actually has a porg as well that comes with that figure. But here is the Rey. This is a great looking Rey. Comes with the gun there. Luke's lightsaber. And then there is the face sculpt on that Rey. Beautiful. Looking great. Awesome. And the shelf right below that, I actually have Kylo and the Praetorians. So if I ever want to change it up and have Kylo and Rey face off against the Praetorians, I can now. Alright, and last figure here that you're going to see is a Hot Toys figure, and this is from Justice League. And here he is. Jason Momoa, Aquaman. Look at this frickin' figure. This thing is awesome. He actually is pretty posable. I like the fact that he has such great mobility in his knees, so you can kind of make it look like he's swimming through the water or jumping or falling through the air. The other cool thing about this figure here is the fact that his shoulder pads, these right here, watch this, is on a little joint. So if you move his arms up, you can just adjust the shoulder pad based on where his arm is. So some really cool options there as far as posing, but this is just an awesome figure. It's not the best likeness to Momoa. Kind of looks more like Khal Drogo from Game of Thrones, which obviously same actor, but this looks more like Drogo than it does Aquaman. But I still love the figure. I freaking love these shoulder pads. I love how it's on like a joint and like a ball peg almost. So you can move it around based on however you want the shoulders. And it also moves around because the hair is, it's not soft hair. So the hair is molded, sculpted hair. So based on where the hair is, you can move the shoulder pad too. So a lot of really cool options with this Aquaman figure. I really, really like it. It has gone to waitlist on Sideshow. I'm not sure if it's still available on Big Bad. But if you have the ability to pick up this Aquaman, you're excited for the Snyder Cut, you like Jason Momoa as Aquaman, I would definitely recommend this figure. This is an awesome looking figure right here. But there you go. That is the end of the showcase. I just wanted to show you his base. It's a big ass base right there. It says Justice League, Aquaman. So there you go. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully if you were on the fence about any of the figures that I showcased, maybe my showcase helped you decide what to get, what not to get. I really like this figure, by the way. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, please do give a thumbs up. I appreciate that. But thank you for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. I actually picked up some Transformers while I was on vacation at the beach. I did a very short hunt at Target, so that'll actually be the next video. You'll see that hunt at Target. You'll see those Transformers I picked up. And I actually came home to quite a few packages, stuff that I had ordered online. It had piled up, so I have quite a toy haul behind me, as you can kind of see one of them right there. There's a little spoiler. But that's it for now, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Adios.